Hey there, my friend. It is Lextober, day 13, and it's your girl Lexi and your girl Yappy. And today we're talking about something real, something powerful, because we always are, and something that hits home for so many of us, and especially in our 50s and 60s, and even people younger than that, but especially for us as we get older and as we get up in age and beyond, right? And this message is simple. It's like being alone does not mean being lonely. It doesn't mean being lonely. So grab a snack, come on back, and let's talk about it. Hey there, friends. Welcome back. And, I just wanted to talk about this subject today, about being alone doesn't mean being lonely. And I've been single for over 2 decades. I have. I've dated, I've had little situations pop in and out, but I have not been in a long-term relationship since my daughter was 1 year old. Since she was 1, and she'll be 28 this coming March. And so, here I am whole, joyful. I'm very joyful and thriving and still growing. And so I wanted to talk about the beauty of solitude and the peace of knowing your own company. The peace of knowing your own company. I love my own company. I do. I love my own company. Totally. Alone is a physical state. The truth of it is it's a physical state. But lonely is an emotional state. And you can be married and still be lonely. You can be in a full house and feel isolated. And you can also be single like me and feel peaceful and fulfilled and complete. And I truly do. I truly do. Aloneness is a choice. It's a choice. And loneliness is a mindset. So let me say that for you again. Aloneness is a choice and loneliness is a mindset. It's a mindset. And at 61 years young, I choose my peace and I choose my quiet and I choose my freedom and I choose me. I choose me above it all. And why I'm not, lonely after being single for 20 plus years, for some people being single this long would sound scary, right? But not for me, because I basically built, a life that I love. I built a life that I love, and I don't need a man or significant other to complete me, from that Jerry Maguire movie. You complete me. I don't need somebody to complete me. I complete myself, basically. And, I've raised my daughter and I've healed from trauma and I have discovered my voice. I have. And I created this YouTube family right here. I did that. And I found independence that I didn't even know existed when I was younger. I didn't even know it existed. And when my longest relationship ended, my daughter Zoe was 1 year old. And I didn't know, that would be my last long-term relationship. But here I am. And decades later, I'm proud of the woman that I've become. Very proud of the woman that I have become. And I'm not lonely, I'm growing. And I'm not empty, I'm evolving. And I'm not missing anything. I'm making space for the right things in my life. And there's something magical about truly enjoying your own presence. I love sitting with myself. I really do. I love watching my favorite shows. And lately it's been watching YouTube. And I love cooking for myself and laughing at my own jokes and doing what I want when I want to do it. You know, there's a freedom in that. There's a freedom in that. I'm not beholden to anyone at all. I am only beholden to myself. And there's a freedom in that. And I just love that. It's not to say that I'll never, ever be in another relationship again or a long-term relationship, but I love where I am right now in this moment. I just love where I am in this moment. And a lot of times society doesn't prepare us for this, right? It doesn't prepare us women for this, especially Black women. It doesn't prepare us. You know, society always acts like we need to be partnered. Like we need that validation. We have to have that man or that woman or significant other, you know, to make us whole, but we don't. We don't. And like we're incomplete, and we're not incomplete, you know, to segue back into what I said before. Oh, you complete me. No, I complete myself. And we're not somebody's girlfriend or wife. We're not incomplete because we're not somebody's girlfriend or wife, you know. But I just want to tell you something, right? That I am the partner that I needed. I'm the partner that I needed. I'm the love that I poured into others, into so many other people. And I'm the comfort and the stability and the peace for myself, you know. And if someone comes into my life one day, you know, he will be a beautiful bonus to me, but not a requirement, not at all. And, you know, there's no shame in being single. There's no shame in that. I mean, in walking your own path, there's no shame in walking your own path. No shame in being discerning. No shame in that. And no shame in having standards so high that only peace can reach them. There's no shame in that. You know, I'd rather be alone, joyful, peaceful, grateful, than be in a relationship that drains my light. And the last long-term relationship I was in two recently, really. So I was thinking back and I'm like, you know, really, when I was ended with the sperm donor, we were together for 8 years and we were 7 years together before we got pregnant and we had my daughter. And then a year later, our relationship it ended, right? And no regrets at all, because I wouldn't have my beautiful baby. So I have no regrets for that. No regrets at all. But I knew that I had to release what didn't serve me. And he did not serve me at all. And years later, I was in another relationship. But that person definitely did not serve me. And that relationship was all based on a lie. It was based on a lie. And that'll be a story time that I get into one day. And that was like maybe a 3-year or so relationship. And just based on so many untruths, you know. And so for me, it is better for me right now to be alone. You know, it's just better for me. Loneliness comes from being disconnected from yourself. And I am definitely not disconnected from myself. You know, I don't want to be in a relationship that drains my light. You know, loneliness doesn't come from being single. It comes from being disconnected from yourself. And I am so connected to myself. So, you know, you all keep me company every day. Every day when I'm on here, you all keep me company. You all are the beautiful, bright lights for me. And I'm so grateful. And my daughter Zoe is that beautiful, bright light for me. And, you know, my YouTube soul family, that's all of you, you know, my live streams, my morning chats, my Lexvember series. You know, it's like this community has given me friendship and laughter and love and encouragement. And, you know, that some people don't even get. Some people don't even get that in their own relationships, you know. And I may sleep alone, but I'm never alone. I'm never alone at all. Never alone. Never alone. And if you're watching this and you're single, let me speak some life into you right now. Let me speak some life into you. You are not behind, and you are not unlovable, and you are not forgotten, and you are definitely not incomplete. Your life is defined. It's not defined. Your life is not defined by your relationship status. Absolutely not. It's not defined by that. You can create joy and peace and abundance in every chapter of your life, and partnered or not. Partnered or not. I have created so much abundance in my life, not because I have a partner. I have Yappy and Man. But on a serious note, I have so much abundance in every chapter of my life, and I don't need a significant other. It would be nice, to have somebody there, right? But I don't need that person. I don't need somebody. And that's where I feel like I have really grown. Some people cannot be without being in a relationship. And I know so many of those who they cannot live their lives without having somebody there. And I've never been that way. I've always been independent. And I would love that relationship, but at what cost? At what cost? So being alone, it does not scare me. It doesn't scare me at all. And, losing myself is what scares me. Losing myself. Being alone does not scare me at all. So I choose me every day. Every single day, I choose me. I choose me. I choose joy. I choose gratitude. You all know my attitude of gratitude. It's a big thing for me. And I choose gratitude every single day. And I choose peace. Peace is power. And I choose peace. I truly do. And I hope that you choose yourself today too. I hope that you do. I hope that you do. And I thank you for being here with me on this Lexvember day 13. Day 13, all about being alone does not mean that you're lonely. Doesn't mean that at all. It doesn't mean that at all. I'm so grateful, for everybody here and everybody who's always supporting me here. I love you all so much. I love you all plenty, like I say every day. I love you plenty. And just remember, always that I see you, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of us. I really am, and I love you plenty. I do. So I hope that something here resonated with you. Give me a story. Put a comment down below. Let's talk about something. Put it in the comments. If you're in a relationship, what part of that relationship is just everything for you? And if you're not in a relationship, are you wanting to be in a relationship? Or are you happy being with yourself at this moment? Because I am very happy being with Lexi. I'm very happy. So, on that note, Lexi and Yappy, we're out. But I thank you so much for watching, and always for commenting, and always for just being here, and listening to these little nuggets, these little gems and nuggets that I sprinkle. Because at 61 years young, I do have a lot of knowledge. And I do know, some of the things that I'm talking about. I don't know everything, but I know some things. So, on that note, we will see you on Lexvember day 14. We'll see you tomorrow somewhere in these YouTube streets. So have a good one, everybody. And remember, you're not alone, right? It's okay to be alone, but you're not lonely. We're all here for each other. Right? Being alone does not mean being lonely. That's what I should have said. Being alone does not mean being lonely. So think about it. Talk to you soon.